I would say typically what I see from a leadership perspective is they've got kind of what we call the linear thinking trap. And linear thinking is, well, we can just do this a little bit more efficiently, if we can just do this a little bit better, if we can just squeeze a little bit more juice out of the system. My job as a leader in an organization, or my job as the outsider looking at your organization, is to say, what's the story behind the story? And if I said, okay, where do you want to be 5 years from now? 90% of the people I talk to say 6 million. They double the number, almost without fail. And to me, that is a good indicator of what we call linear thinking. Many organizations say, oh, we have a youth problem. Oh, we have an operations problem. We need to document processes a little bit more effectively. Our finances is difficult to read the P&L. What we often find is most organizations are good at 2 or 3 of those pillars, and they feel really solid in those things, and maybe 2 are creating drag for everything. And the challenge is they often look at those things in isolation. So they take isolated approaches to solve those problems, and then they fix one thing, and then they break something else. If your operations person is complaining about an issue, like go back to the development. And if the salesperson is frustrated, it's like, oh, they're telling me Trump stuff. And if I solve each of those things individually, or if I don't see those things individually, actually truly solve the problem. And so we do our best to come in as an outsider, look at that organization. Okay, if we zoomed out a little bit, what do we see? What are the obstacles? What are the issues? And what does that tell us from a collective perspective that we need to take from a comprehensive